everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another roster reveal. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Shannon and I'm cabin crew. So once a month I come on here and share my roster with you guys. I also go back and tell you if anything changed from the last month. I tell you what I bidded for the month, and then I tell you what my roster for the next month actually looks like. And today we're revealing December's roster. So if you've been here for a while, then you may notice that I'm in an entirely different setup to what I'm usually in. There's been a few changes over here. I said they were coming, but I've done so much traveling recently that I haven't been able to share that with you. I am gonna do like a little week in the life or a weekend with me or something where I will share what's gone on here, but the short and sweet of it is that I don't live in my childhood home anymore. Neither does Kaylee and neither does my dad. A new family lives there because it has been sold and it was a very sad time, and now I have moved in with my boyfriend and his grandparents. I quite like it here, but hopefully it's only short term. Hopefully something new will come up soon, and whatever happens I'll obviously share with you guys, but that is it in short term. So sorry that this setup's very different and actually quite boring. Very grey and bland, but I'm in a boy's bedroom. What are you gonna do? So on with the roster reveal then. As I said, first of all, I'm gonna go back and tell you if anything changed in the previous month, which was November. So what did we have in November? Actually, in the last roster reveal, I had a trip that happened in October that I didn't get a chance to tell you about because otherwise you wouldn't have had the roster reveal in time. So finishing at the end of October, I had an LA trip where I went with Holly and Rosie. We had the best time. Rosie got on the trip. It all went very well. We were very stressed at certain points in that trip, but it was also worth it. We had such a good time. The vlog of that is coming up. I can't wait to edit that for you guys. That will be up very, very soon. Is that going to be the next one that you see? Yeah, it will. Exciting. So that was at the end of October, but going into November, I had a Delhi. Didn't go to the Taj Mahal again. I'm dying to go to the Taj Mahal, so hopefully we get a trip like that coming up soon. Then I had a little bit of short haul, so I just did a night stop in Barcelona. No, I didn't. I did there and back to Barcelona, and then I did a night stop in Frankfurt, and then on to the next day where I came home from Frankfurt, onto what I said was a Brussels there and back, which it wasn't. Somebody corrected me in the comments, so thank you very much for that. It was a Basel or a Basel, however you pronounce it, which is not Brussels at all. Not that it made much of a difference because I wasn't getting off at the end anyway, but that's what I ended up doing, and that isn't a difference because I just said it wrong in the roster reveal, so apologies for that. I also had some available days this month that didn't turn into anything, so nothing to report there. And then I also had another LA trip, which was the big one, where me and 4 other girls from training went to celebrate some of the girls' birthdays and also our 2-year flying anniversary, which is very cute. We planned to go to Disneyland. That all went ahead. If you have me on Instagram, then you would have seen all the stories already, but I have an excellent vlog coming up for you. I think it's probably going to be split into 2, but we did so much. It was the best trip ever. Honestly, it was so amazing. So you guys have some amazing vlogs coming up. So that actually means that there was no changes last month at all, really. So not much to report. Apologies for that, but you do have some vlogs coming, which are going to be really good. So stay tuned. Moving on then, I'm going to move over and show you my bids for December's roster. Okay, so my bids are very, very short and sweet this month. Very short and sweet. I did one bid. Nice and simple, and it was for a 4 to 5 day long haul trip that started on the 27th of December. Basically, I wanted to try and work it out so that I was away during the middle of Christmas and New Year, so that I got both Christmas and New Year off, if that makes sense. I already knew that I had Christmas Day off because it worked in my favour for my annual leave, so I managed to get that off, but I didn't manage to get New Year's off, and I wanted to make sure that I had that so I could do some things with friends and family and things. So I tried to beat the system the same way everyone does and bidded for a 4 to 5 day trip leaving on the 27th, hoping then that I'd get Boxing Day off and I'd be back ready for New Year's. And that's all I bidded for. That's literally it. Let's see if it worked out in my favour then, shall we? My roster for December looks like this. My first trip for this month is a Hyderabad. It's a 3-day trip. Not a very exciting trip, but I do get 24 hours there. I've not actually done a Hyderabad before. I don't know if there's anything to do there. I've done a few Indias. I've done Delhi over the last couple of months. I've done a Mumbai. So I've done a few, but I've never done a Hyderabad, so I don't know how that differs from the others, and I don't know if there's much to do there. When I go to India, I usually stay in my room and get room service and watch Netflix and have a bit of a bit of me time really, so I'll probably do that again. That's the first trip for December. My next trip for December is another 3-day, and it's to Nashville. I've done a few Nashvilles. I don't know how Nashville differs when it's in winter. I don't know if that changes the weather too much. I don't know, we'll have to see. I really like Nashville as a place. I've done it a few times now, so I feel like I've done it to death almost, because I just do the same sort of thing every time I go out. Maybe there's something else I could do, maybe venture out a little bit further. We just don't have that much time. We literally get there from 5 p.m. or just after, so we'll get to the hotel a little bit later than that. So usually we go straight out of an evening, then go to bed, and then we have until about 4 the next day. So it's kind of awkward timings really. You don't really have like a full day to do anything. You have like an evening and a morning / afternoon. So yeah, I don't know if I could maybe venture out a little bit further, or it might just be similar to the Hyderabad and I will just have some me time in the hotel, maybe have some drinks with the crew, and that will be about it, to be honest. So I don't know, we'll see. I am trying to get those 2 trips swapped, to be honest, because I really want to go and do something. And they both seem like trips that I probably won't do much in, and I'd like to go and explore, to be honest. I keep going to LA and exploring in LA, but I'm not going anywhere else. So I'd like to go somewhere else, but whether that will change or not, I don't know. But I'll obviously let you know in the next roster reveal. And then I have one final block for the month. I obviously have some annual leave over Christmas during this month, which is why there's less than normal. But yeah, this is my last block. It's a block of 5, and it's kind of worked in my favour and kind of not. But according to the system, it's a bit achieved, and it's because I wasn't as smart as I could have been, basically. So the block that I have towards the end of the month is a there and back to Rome on the first day, followed by a 4-day LA again. So obviously the Rome is just there and back. I don't get off, which is gutting. I always go to Rome when I don't get off at the end, and I'd love to get off in Rome. I'd like to go and explore Rome, please. And then the LA is obviously a 4 day, so 48 hours again in LA. I keep going back to LA. I'm not complaining. I do really like LA. Obviously there's a Disneyland there, there's a Universal there that I haven't done, so maybe could do that. Yeah, there's lots to do in LA and I really don't mind it. The hotel's nice and everything. The weather's good, so nothing to complain about there. So the 4-day LA lands during the dates that I wanted it to land on. So that is why I've got a bit achieved, because it means I'm then home for New Year's. However, there's certain 4-day trips that can be linked to a short haul just before it. So then they've obviously given me a day of short haul on Boxing Day, which is not really what I wanted, because I wanted Boxing Day off. I wasn't as smart. I should have just said a 5-day long haul rather than a 4 to 5 day, because I forgot that you can have a short haul day linked to a 4-day. So it's my own fault. I wasn't as savvy with the bidding, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. I'm trying to get off of that Rome there and back on Boxing Day. I've applied for unpaid leave and everything, and people might think that that's selfish, because there's obviously a lot more people that need Christmas off than I do, but my family is obviously everywhere now. We're all obviously separated, because at the beginning of this video I obviously said that we don't live in our childhood home anymore. So my mum lives far away, my dad's now moved, me and Kaylee are separated, so in order to be able to see everyone I need as many days as I can get over Christmas. So that's another reason why I wanted Boxing Day off, and also I want to try and spend time with Ryan's family over Christmas as well, especially because I live here. And yeah, so I really wanted Boxing Day off for that reason, but I haven't got it currently. So it's not really worked out in my favour, but hopefully with a little bit of maybe crew swapping and an application for unpaid leave can hopefully help me to get that Boxing Day off. I think I also might try and take Ryan on the trip with me. He's not been on a trip with me yet, but he actually works during school time, so he only gets the holidays off. So this is sort of perfect timing really to try and get him to come on a trip with me. Don't know. We'll see how we go. But yeah, it's not really worked in my favour. It is what it is. I'm at home for Christmas and I'm at home for New Year's. If I don't get Boxing Day off, it's not the end of the world. I'm very lucky to get quite a lot of time off in December anyway, so yeah. No complaints. Not a bad roster, but nothing too exciting. Hopefully I do get to take Ryan on that LA with me. We've also talked about it, and I think if we do go, Ryan obviously wants to go and see what the skateboarding scene is like over there, because it's meant to be quite good. So he wants to try that out. But also, neither of us have done the Universal Studios there, so we might go and do that, which would be quite cool. But anyway, that is my roster for December. If anything changes, I'll obviously let you know in the next roster reveal, but that is it as it stands. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.